NYPD Detective Rob O'Donnell and former federal prosecutor Jonathan Fahey. Gentlemen, thank you both. I want to play this sound. This is from John Krapinski. He is a retired Fraternal Order of Police member, and then I'll get your take on the other side. Watch this.
The main function and problem we have right now is these politicians have stripped us of the most important tool that a police officer has, and it's not on his belt. It's respect. When respect is taken away, the public, they do whatever they want to do, and now we're seeing the results of this.
And I think Rob O'Donnell, he is spot on when he says that, because when you lose the respect, when police officers walk around doing the job they have to do and they lose respect, they have nothing. They have zero armor. Your thoughts?
100%. For years now, we've seen a degradation of everything policing, including the men and women who wear the uniform, which has created a callous atmosphere that has emboldened these attacks on law enforcement. And this week, we've seen the worst of it, where 12 officers have been shot and 6 have been killed by gunfire. And then, like you said, by ambush attacks directly targeting law enforcement.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I want to put up these numbers if I can, because 54 officers this year have died by gunfire so far. 62 last year. I mean, we're in October, Jonathan, and this could be the deadliest year in the history of this country for police officers. And that's saying something after 2020, 2021.
Yeah, exactly, because 2021, I believe, was up around 60% from the year before, and we're most likely going to pass that this year. It's a real disgrace, and I think the quote from, or the tape from your guest, the Fraternal Order of Police, he hit a nail on the head. It is the lack of respect that is causing this, and this constant tearing down the police officers, lying about them, pushing these false narratives for political purposes. And it started, way back in 2014, like one of your earlier clips said, but it really hit its apex in 2020, where the Democrats saw this as an avenue for political gain, and they're willing to just demonize law enforcement, promote these false narratives, and they didn't care who was harmed. And now we have the public is harmed and the police are being harmed.
And to me, Rob, it seems kind of unfathomable when you think that we report more and more on these police officers being drawn into some kind of an ambush or being ambushed out while they're patrolling the streets, and yet there is no outrage. I mean, where's the outrage? Where are the marches? Where are the politicians saying this cannot continue? We don't hear it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like the police in this nation are second-class citizens that they'd rather just pretend these things aren't happening to, but they are happening. But what's happening is the citizens that are dealing with this rising crime across the nation, it's happening to them as well. So you're starting to see the outrage. The police and the defund the police rhetoric from the past is a major policy thing coming up in this election in the midterms. So hopefully we see the change in that flow of what's going on with our policing.
I mean, Jonathan, my nephew is a police officer in San Diego, and you worry because, they feel down there, a lot of the people that he works with feel like that nobody has their back. There's no political cover, right? And they sometimes wonder if their seniors have their back. And one person told me it's like the Marines landing on the beach and they know there is no air power coming behind them. It's kind of a lonely feeling out there.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Nobody has their back. It used to be really a bipartisan agreement that people supported police officers in this country, disagree on everything else, but people stood behind our law enforcement officers. That changed in 2020, and it's been devastating. And I feel bad for your nephew because people don't have his back. And if there's a chance to make political points and political benefit out of him or anyone else, they're going to be more than willing to do it. And we've seen this administration do it with the Border Patrol agents recently. They don't care. They just are a means to an end.
Which begs the question, Rob O'Donnell, how in the world do we convince our young people to join the police departments around the country, to join the military? It's getting harder and harder. I mean, we can't hit the levels we need to in the military, and police departments are badly in need of officers around the country. Your final thoughts?
Across the nation, both military and our law enforcement are struggling to just replace who's retiring and the attrition that's going on. We need to get back to giving police officers the benefit of the doubt and hold them accountable when they act. But they haven't received the benefit of the doubt. Rather, they've been vilified in our media and by our politicians.
10 seconds to you, Jonathan Fahey.
Agree with everything he said. We need to support our police officers. What's been going on is a true disgrace, and it's based on a false narrative, and it needs to stop now.
Yeah. Gentlemen, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.